Hey there, Ed Bemke, Keller Williams Realty, and if you are thinking about selling your home in today's ultra seller's market, I've got news for you. You've got a lot of power. And are you wondering why or what this is? Well, first of all, right now, by selling it, all sellers want to have the same thing. They all want to have the most amount of money possible with the least amount of risk and the least amount of hassles. That means they want people to overprice or overpay for their home. They want multiple offers to get this up as high as possible and put as much money in their pocket as possible. By doing this, they also want to remove the appraisal issues. So a buyer with more cash, or say $100,000 or more, has the ability to have zero risk at all for an appraisal issue. They also like to have the buyers buy in as-is condition. So let me compare that to the first-time buyer. The first-time buyer, if they're trying to buy a home using federally backed financing such as FHA, Jaffa, VA mortgages, they're at a huge disadvantage. And they're at the end of the totem pole. The next line are the first-time buyers with a good financial strength. So they may be using a conventional mortgage, putting down, say, 5%, so on a $400,000 home, that's $20,000. The second-time buyer, or the people who are selling their home with the extra value here, are putting down $100,000 or more. And that in itself removes the risk that you will have with the appraisal issue, any appraisal issues that come up, because the appraisers are having a hard time keeping up with the prices as they go up. So as a seller now, you've got the strength. Now let's look at the buying side from your perspective. You've just sold your home. You've paid down your mortgage. You may even have your mortgage paid off. You could take all that cash and use quite a bit of it towards your new home. So you could either use 100% of it and buy your new home at 100% down. So you've just become a full 100% cash buyer. Or you may just be putting down a portion of that, of say, 30, 40, 50%, whatever that is. And you'll be putting down in excess of $100,000, removing the risk of the seller of the house you're trying to buy of any appraisal issue. You're normally willing to overpay because you're used to that, because you know what's happening in the market, and you're okay with an as-is rider also. And if you have any questions about as-is riders, because they kind of scare some people until they're explained in a little more detail, that I'll use for another video. You could also reach out to me and ask me for that specifically with any other questions you may have. So with the ability to sell for the most amount of money, the ability to win the bids of your new home, where you're going to be in a much stronger position than many of the other people making offers, my only question to you is, so what are you waiting for? So please contact me with any questions you may have. If you're ready to talk about getting into that new home of yours, I'm here to help. Again, Ed Bemke, Keller Williams Realty, 860-841-6494. Looking forward to talking to you soon. Take care.